Hello, everybody. Hopefully my microphone is working. It's a good start. So this is how it begins. This is the life that I live now. Oh God, where's the music? Indeed. Got our musics going here. Nice chill music. Counteract chat's cruel nature. A stretch? We can do that. Will my shoulder pop this time? It will not. There you go. That's a sign of a good day. Fun cool fact about Avatar. Or fun fake cool fact about Avatar. He says that he's a Lamia sorcerer. But he's actually just a man in a portal. That's all he is. Below the waist is just a pair of legs, but he uses the portal to hide the fact that he is indeed just a man pretending to be a Lamia. For some reason, people believe him. Also, I'm supposed to... I forgot my hellos. Hello, not the big boss. Hello, Ira. No, Irie. Irie. I did it. I got it. Hello, Pom Pom. Hello, Avatar. Hello, Stitches. Cool fact about me. I'm terrified of doing art streams, but I do them anyway. Because sometimes you need to just peel the band-aid off. I don't know. Cool fact about me. Haha. But how is everybody doing so far? How has your weekends been? Hope you guys are having a pretty nice, relaxed weekend. Some of you guys are recovering from Thanksgiving. Some of you guys are still having Thanksgiving. I'm enjoying a nice cup of tea that I'm probably going to regret later. Because it's the caffeinated version. Which is going to do nothing for me except for make my hands a little bit shaky and will make me probably more anxious in like an hour. I'm just going to be like, why did I even choose to do this? What a mistake this has been. And yet I still yawn up a storm. Who knows what's that about? But yeah, hello everybody. I'm gonna be doing an art stream today. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neato mosquito, as it were. Why do I say the things I do? Well, luckily we at least have our boy Benji here to try and guide us through the art creation process. You know, we at least have someone with some semblance of competence. I'm actually gonna use the volume a bit more music. There we go. Hey Jam, how's it going? Be prepared to be prepared for it to not be Kaju level of skill level. Like I am not much of an artist, unfortunately. Why indeed? Look, I try to draw the best of my abilities. I can't say they're going to be good, but I'm going to try nonetheless. But that's all I can do. Wait, is that the new bonk? Yeah, I changed the bonk out. That's your wee woo and bonk equivalent here. That's fair. You got like half of the wee woo, but somebody misspelled the wee and instead changed the e's to an AH. So now instead of wee woo, it's wah! followed by an immediate hammer drop. As is, you know, exactly what's supposed to happen in in a situation for busting or raiding a house. You know, you give the wee woos and then you swing the hammer. I think that's standard police protocol. You know, as someone who has no idea how police protocol works. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Avatar. I made the little hammer myself. I cracked open Blender and was like, how the fuck does this program work again? And just made a really, really janky hammer and was just like, yep, good enough. Give it some colors. Export that baby out as an FBX. And then just be like, all right, Tits, please accept this. And Tits is like, all right, yeah, we can handle FBXs. And I'm just like, oh, thank goodness. And then it's just like, well, do you want an extra sound? And I was just like, yeah. It's like, you're going to have to go get it. I'm like, all right, time to go hunt for a squeaky sound. And then frickin', you know, that turned into an adventure where the sound file that I found had a pause prior to it. So, like, the hammer would hit, and by the time it left the screen, it would make the squeak. Because just how the timing went. So I had to bring that into another program and, like, edit the sound down. It was just like, man, this is a lot of work. All right, Tits. Yeah. What's wrong, Avatar? That's what the program is called. It's called Tits. Twitch Integrated Throwing System. Tits. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Do it. I can wait. Some slurping ASMR. All right. Let's get started. Boom, boom. I think this was the brush that I was using. Yeah. Using that one. Sleepy, currently playing Genshin, but might also do art in a bit. Hell yeah, Jam Jam. There's usually a sugar in there somewhere. Apparently, if you want, I learned today from Imitation Orange that if you want to be a full Discord mod, you have to use the term kitten at some point. I don't know if that's just something that they've decided or if that's a universal thing, but it's the first time I ever learned about it, so. It's just like, oh, that's a thing. That's interesting. You know, we're all learning here a little bit every day. Herb, hello! Gotta finish modding. But we'll be in as soon as I'm done. Hell yeah, Herb, good luck with the modding. You absolute champion of a human being. Good luck. Godspeed. You can't see it, but I'm tossing you a salute. I really need to get access to one of those Leap motion controllers at some point. That's an amazing emote. Tragic on Twitch. Well, there you go. Somebody knew that I need to go and look up. Oh, and they have the same thing too, where they add the 13 at the end of the name. I'm just checking the... It's been a little while since I've done art. Eh, it's too brown. Need like a darker, probably close to this. Still with the background. Dark. Ooh, that might not be bad. It's got like a nice color to it. Flossie, hello! I'm doing all right. How are you? We're doing an art stream today. I already have... Oh, I should probably bring that up. I've already got my rough sketch. So we're going to do the line cleanup today. And hopefully start doing some color. I gotta go over all of this. Now, before anybody says anything, It's mostly traced using pieces that I stole from different places, being like, yeah, I can't draw this for shit. I'm going to trace over, and then I'll do the cleanup on top of it, which will be my little flair. Because I know me. I can't do the good. But yeah, I figured since we probably still have a bit of dead space to go, I might as well make some like promotional art of it. Now the actual lighting in the background I did by myself using a tutorial. It was actually surprisingly easy to do. Just stuff in Clip Studio Paint where it's just like, oh yeah, just make a noise noise thing and then add some blur to it and then use a gradient filter of some sorts, and it's just like, oh, this is weirdly easy. What to heck? It a bean. Oh, we'll reduce this by a bit so that we can actually trace over top of it. Should I even do this with one? Wait, was it this one or this one that I was using? Oh, it was this one. Is this one any good? This feels nice. No, we're gonna try it with this one. I don't know where I got this this particular line tool, but let's give it a try. It's got a nice flow to it. Just dropping every single poggers that you got, Avatar. You're just like, you want to see a poggers, and you pull back the side of your trench coat, and just the pockets are just full of pogger emotes. Wait, I forgot to add the little hair at the top. I have to figure that out as well. Also, so I'm curious. The story behind Toast. Oh, that's an easy enough story to tell. So once upon a time, I was working at an animation studio, and I was going on vacation for a week, much to the chagrin of the bosses there. But I had paid over, or I had vacation time, and I was going to use it because I was going to the Netherlands. So everybody was having some bad crunch, and I'm like, sorry everybody, but I haven't seen family in 5 years, so bye. But I left my computer running the entire time so that my computer could be used as a render farm. You know, like people could open up programs on there and have stuff render out there while they could still work on their own computer. So one of the animators that I got along with really well, she was also really good at like arts and crafts. So she made me this little, I guess a plushie, like tiny little thing, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, and left it, and it was a little toast with a little bit of butter on his forehead, and looked very much like the Benjamin Toast character before he was ever conceived. And she made it and left it on my desk, so when I got back, I had that with a little sticky, like a little, how do you call it, like a little notepad that said, thank you so much for letting me use your computer while you were gone. Without it, I would be toast. And that's why the toast was there. And I saw it, and immediately I'm just like, Benjamin Toast. And then messaged them and was just like, thanks for Benjamin Toast. And they're just like, who's Benjamin Toast? And I just like legit like picked up the little plushie and just like held it above my head because they were behind me so they would see it. And then created a whole series of ideas for the character. Like they're kind of like the embodiment of like happy-go-lucky character that, travels the countryside, just like being a little bard that can't speak. So they like play instruments and, like have like this little innate ability to do magic. Like, I don't know if you can see it on this character, so let me zoom it in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Let me zoom in. See how there's the little aura around the little, what do you call that? Palette? It's the little magic that my little boy can use. Just like how in this one, he's got the little hand holding the revolver. I think there might be one other one where I have him using his magics. Yeah, here with the little scroll. Yeah, there's a dead YouTube channel that I used to do animation, like small little hand-drawn animations that are very terrible. And I was going to do there's animatics on there of a little animation I have for Benjamin Toast that I drew when I was between work, and it's really bad and unfinished. And it's in like 3 parts, and I never got a chance to finish it because I just, as with a lot of my projects, I have a really bad tendency to, because of my ADHD, my motivation disappears really quickly. Like if at any point something pulls my attention away from it, it's the same with video games, it's the same with projects, it's the same with a lot of things. If something pulls my attention away from it for too long, it's gone as far as my mind is concerned. So it's just like, oh, well, that's a dead project. Well, moving on, I guess. And then I'll like every now and then like look back on it and be like, I wish I had finished that. Oh well. And then just walk away again. Ugh, that poor little YouTube channel. Tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, didn't even matter. But yeah, that's the story of Benjamin Toast. Don't think there's anything too much to that story apart from that. Like, I still actually have the plushie like on my desk. I'm like literally like, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's me kind of tapping him against the against the microphone. And yeah, that's how Benjamin came into existence. And then at one point when I started streaming, I was just like, oh, I miss my little boy. Let's bring him in a little bit. And then at one point I was like, oh, you know, from both a perspective of me being comfortable with drawing this character and also the idea of like having a little mascot, you know, like from like a weird marketing mumbo jumbo perspective, it's just like, oh, this is a really good idea. So let's bring Benjamin into it. So now Benji's always on my head whenever I stream, unless I forget. And then we're an hour in and I'm like, someone's just like, quick question, where's Benjamin? And I'm just like, shit. Hey, Blue, thank you. But yeah, we'll finally start drawing now. Colors, the line color's not really gonna matter too much because at the end of the day, we're just gonna. It's still a little bit on the thicker side. Yeah, there we go. How are you doing, Blue? Nice to see you. Just finished telling the story of how Benjamin came into existence. It's actually silly because the Benjamin comes from my strange obsession with my earlier D&D campaigns that I would write. Because I always struggle with names. Like, always struggled with names. Just something that I just innately had a lot of trouble with. So the first tavern that the characters would always show up in would always be the Bleeding Keg Inn, always, without fail. And the bartender would always be like, big Russian man who gives his hello, and if you are nice to him, he will give you vodka because he knows how to treat the good customers correctly. You know, that was Benjamin. Was Benjamin the bartender. It was always just because I always had a lot of trouble with that, and I had like a couple of different, like, you know, different groups that I would play with, that I would DM for, so that was just always a nice way for me to be like, all right, you know, like I always have the first tavern/inn figured out. It's always that character. Benji came from the TLC show by Strange Addiction. No, Jam, no. Benjamin Toast is an innocent boy. He's a good boy. And we appreciate him for being a good boy. Oh yeah, Benjamin's origin story is great. Yeah, I love the Benjamin origin story. Like, one of the things that I definitely are just like, yes, I cherish this little memory. Though unfortunately, I'm not really connected to the person who made it for me anymore. I still appreciate the, I still appreciate what they did for me. All right. We're not going to do that kudzu shenanigans of just like, let's do a line an hour. I'm going to actually do a couple of lines here. There we go. 3 lines. All right, now we can talk again. Just kidding. Wait a second. You're supposed to zoom out when you're drawing lines. My one artist friend used to teach me how to do art every now and then. They'd always be like, why are you so zoomed in? I'm like, because I'm trying to do details. And they're just like, you haven't done the line work yet. Chill. Zoom out. And I'm like, no. Every pixel must be perfect. And then I'd wonder why I was always so frustrated with my art. Oh, sorry, Avatar, I didn't even see the message. Benjamin casts gun. Exactly. It's super effective. But also, Avatar, he doesn't need firepower when he's rocking those guns. Also, I love this because there's the little screen, right? That's supposed to like give you details. And I just love the idea of it being a Benjamin carrier, like a little toast pocket, so to speak. So he had to go there. I had no choice. You all saw it. Came at me with a knife. Oh, I wobbled. Come on now. And yeah, by the way, Stitches, how was your... Oh, crap. What were you going for last time that I spoke with you? You were going for food. I can't remember what you were going. A pie of some kind. Apple pie, maybe? Question mark? I mean, this was a while ago, mind you, so it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Ugh, I just gotta start, but I always just get so hesitant, just like, oh, where are you supposed to start? Why should I start here as opposed to here, as opposed to here? It's just like, none of this matters. At the end of the day, all the lines need to get drawn. Just start somewhere. Ooh, excuse me. Also need to get access to one of those artist gloves at some point. I think that would help me out a lot, because right now there's a lot of friction between my hand and the actual tablet, so the drawings get a little bit, like, the lines get a little wobbly because it's like the hand going tuk 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 in rapid succession. Man, I forgot that I enjoy that tea. I haven't had that particular tea in a while. I've had the decaf version, but they do taste quite different. Come on, Will. Better than this. First lesson to anyone who wants to get into art. Talk to yourself constantly. Very important. Have I always enjoyed drawing? I have almost never enjoyed drawing. Flossie. I didn't take art in high school, much to my own chagrin. So when I went to animation school, we had to have an art portfolio. And I had to learn to draw in like 2 weeks. So I just, like nose to the grindstone, learned how to draw over the course of those 2 weeks, got just good enough to be able to get accepted into the program. And then when I got there, I learned that I absolutely dreaded drawing, because one of our first drawing things was layout, and layout was a nightmare for me. And then life drawing was even worse. Life drawing, I'm pretty sure, is the reason that I have so much hesitation to drawing, because we had life drawing every semester for the full 3 years. And I got to watch every single one of my classmates improve while I stagnated at every point in time. I remember when we first started, I think it was second semester, I had my one friend next to me. And we were at about the same level. And about 4 or 5 weeks later, he had made strides and I was still where I was. Every life drawing, like, not to get like too dramatic, but like I dreaded life drawing every single time we had to take it. Like every week it was like, I think it was 2 or 3 classes of life drawing, and every one of those times was like, I don't want to go. Unfortunately, I am not somebody, story time again while we're at this. I'm not good at processing my emotions. Like, I internalize a lot of stuff, but I don't process it. Like, it just bottles up. Like, when I was a kid, especially, I was really, really bad at it. Like, I used to get bullied a lot as a kid, and, like, I didn't lash out at people, but it was very, very, like, internal. Like, the story that my mom remembers is there was a day when she knew that I was getting bullied because of the way that I had my hands in my pockets. And when she came to pick me up from school, I don't remember why she had to pick me up from school, but she, like, guided me to the car. And then later, when she was doing the laundry, she realized that in my, like, pure internal, like, anger, I had pushed my hands through my pockets. Like, just legit, just, like, broke the seams, and, like, my hands were basically on my thighs rather than in my pockets because I had pushed through the, like, the inner lining of the pockets. So, like, did not go well. So, there were a couple of times in life drawing. Jam, I read your question. I'll get to it in 1 second. Apologies for the wait. So, like, in life drawing, there were literally times where, like, I just, like, had to put, like my charcoal, like, stick down and just, like, had to, like, find my zen because I was ready to snap the thing in half. Because I'm just like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand how this works. Like, please, somebody fucking come over here and give me the, like, step 1, step 2, step 3. Because it just for everybody else, it just seemed to make sense. Like, yeah, start with the line of action. Like, put the shoulders and the hip angles down. Put a circle for the head. And I'm just like, how do you understand the line of action? How do you do it? Like, I'm a very detail-oriented person. So when you give me something like, yeah, just find the line of action, it's like, okay, well, how do you do that? Luckily, after our first year, our second and third year, we had a really, really good teacher who graded us based on our improvement. So, like, what you started with, he would judge from that point on how you improved. So it's the only reason that I managed to pass those classes. Because clearly there was some semblance of improvement, and I was actually taking, like, private lessons with him to try and improve. Like, legit just like, hey, I'm not gonna pass this. Help me. And he's just like, all right, like, come in, like, 15 minutes before. Like, I'll try and give you some pointers. We'll get you some worksheets. I'll tell you where to improve, etc., which, like, helped a lot, but was still nightmare fuel. Understandable though, I've been drawing all my life but always hated required art classes in school. And there's just something about them that sucks. Makes it not fun, right? Like, the stories now, you know, I look back on them and kind of laugh a little bit. Because it's so stupid, right? Because, like, I loved, like, the model drawing. I was really bad at it. But, like, live model drawing, freaking loved it. We had this one model, like, this older guy. He was fantastic. He did these ridiculous poses that, like, the dude had to have been, like, 60 or 70. And just, like, he could freaking, like, bend his body in, like, these fantastic, like, action poses. And, like, when he couldn't, he would take, like, a pole that he had brought with him, and he would, like, use it to, like, balance himself to take, like, these really great stances. And, like, loved that. Again, really bad at the art, but loved that. More so because my brain could imagine the actions, which is something that my brain craves. It craves taking things and adapting it into something. So, like, for me, I would do, like, these really quick, bad sketches and would occasionally just add, like, a little bit of something on top of them, you know? Like, just something to make it fun for myself so that I wasn't sitting there internally screaming the entire time. But at one point, he was like, well, our teacher was like, well, life drawing, you know, you have to draw life. So we're going to go down to the park and we're going to draw trees. And that I loved because it wasn't doing all the things that I hated. And yeah, that teacher was fantastic. He was a great teacher. He was a very sarcastic and snide teacher. He was a great teacher. A fantastic story about this teacher, which does not portray who he was at all. But one of the students that was a year ahead of us was just like, oh yeah, you guys got that teacher? He's great. Yeah, this one time we were doing life drawing and he walked over to my sheet and was just like, oh, you're doing actually pretty well there. You know, except for this part. And he circled the shoulder. And he's just like, well, you know, actually, and this part. And then he circled the knee. And it was like, oh, you know, and this part. And circled the hip. And then, you know, like, oh, and this part. And then he circled the whole drawing. He was a very strict and very... He was expecting the best of us. And by that, I mean he expected us to do the best that we could. That was what he wanted from us, and that is what he was expecting. And a lot of us tried to do that for him in a turn, because he did give us a lot of respect. So, like, you know, great teacher, but life drawing? Oh my god. Life drawing flat out was one of the reasons that I gave up on art, like drawing art, for a really long time. And then finally at one point was just like, well, what, you know, when I had Benjamin Toast, I was like, well, I mean, that's not drawing people, you know, like in my ADHD rattled brain, it's just like, well, it's a toast, you know, like you can draw like a quick, you know, whoomp. Give him the little bread, the little eyebrows, give him the happy eyes, give him the little poops, cheeks. Boom, you got yourself a toast. You know, very fast, very easy to draw. So that helped a little bit, and now I'm trying to kind of dig my way back into art. Like I've done a couple of little promotional pieces of art. Like I'm going to be using this one for color, but like I did this one for myself and Kajumaju when we were doing an Apex Legends collab. You know, I drew this on my own. Tried to do like a buddy cop kind of look to it. So like it's not like I haven't gotten back into drawing, but it took a very long time before I got comfortable doing it again. Gave up on drawing art or improving on it in high school because my best friend, who I met on the first day of high school, was miles ahead of me. And I felt intimidated, especially because I was considered best art. I see. And you're just like, oh, good lord. And Jam, I get that. Like seeing Kaju draw when I was in school with him was just like, why do I even try? You know, like, I'm never going to catch up to that. It's too late. He's like years ahead of me. It will take me years to get to where he is, and where he is, he'll be way further than that. Like, I look back at all my sketches pre-high school, and I can see steady improvement, and then I see all the stagnation in my few high school drawings. Defo regret it now as an adult that I just neglected it. I feel that too. I do want to get better at being an artist. So I definitely agree with what you're saying there. There's, you know, how to say it. There's a couple of different mottos that I try to get bouncing around in my head. Like, 1, compare yourself to yourself, not others. 2, finished, not perfect. You know, don't get stuck on a piece of art for too long, especially with somebody like myself who has ADHD, where I will lose the drive to do things. There's supposed to be a third one, but my brain has decided not to remember it. Probably just like, don't sweat over it, you know, like, don't sweat the small stuff. If something doesn't look right, it's fine. You know, that's something that you learn. Oh, that's the big one. Like, remember, you're always learning. I have such a hard time walking away from something, realizing that I've learned from it. For me, if I don't have a product by the end of it, you know, like, if I'm working on a project and it all falls apart, my brain's just like, look at all the time you wasted. Look at how, you know, like, look at how much time you wasted. Things that you could have been doing otherwise. But no, you tried to do something that you couldn't do. You know, like, it's just that, you know, the dark part of your brain that just, you know, nags and gaslights you. And then I have to be there just like, no, I still learned something. You know, I learned that this particular method didn't work. I also learned that this does work. You know, like, you have to, like, how to say it? You have to, like, counterbalance your own thoughts. It just, apologies, by the way, for being very introspective right now. I realize some people don't like that, so I apologize. Feel like I had a point? Yeah. So I guess the long-winded version to answer your question, Flossie, I'm learning to like art. You know, only took a whole 15 minutes to get to that answer. And to answer your question, Jam Jam, what got you in animation, got you into pursuing animation, if you don't mind me asking? I watched the Dead Fantasy series by Monty Ohm and was like, I want to do that. And then I never did. Yeah, I wanted to, yeah, freaking pour one out for that homie. Cheers to that, dude. Like, legit, Monty Ohm is one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to get into animation. When I was in 3rd year, so story time once again, and this time I'm going to draw a little bit while we're doing the story time. So our first 2 years, excuse me, this tea for some reason is making me very burpy, so if I let out one that I can't catch fast enough, I super apologize. When I was in school, Kaju can attest to this, the first 2 years, our animation teacher, not the best. Barely learned a thing. We were like, you know, like, we were taught 3D modeling, we were taught drawing, we were taught layout, we were taught some compositing stuff, and we were taught animation. And the animation students, of which there were quite a few, we were like the neglected child of the class. We did not get, you know, we were still doing walk cycles in year 2, and then we got thrown into a group project that we were so not ready for, and the group that I was with was way too ambitious for what we wanted to do. But then in 3rd year, we got another teacher. He was a teacher that was working in the industry. Like, he was doing part-time teaching while also working on like a current show. And he was like, all right, animators, what level are you guys at? And, you know, we told him, and he's like, oh, all right. Our first week, we're going to do walk cycles. We're going to literally teach you the fundamentals from the ground up. And over the course of a year, we learned to animate. And actually got semi-decent. To the point of where, so I don't know if anybody's familiar with Capstone. I don't know if that's something that all programs do. But essentially, Capstone is essentially like a slot in your schedule that's essentially like you work on your own things, you bring it in to into class. You know, like there's a teacher there, but there's no lessons. It's just we look over our stuff, we get feedback, etc., etc., etc. And I at one point was just like, you know what? Monty Ohm was the guy who was, you know, got me into this. I want to do a little fight scene. And the teacher who had taught us first year was just like, I don't think you should do that. I think that's going to be too difficult. You know, that's a lot of work. You got to be really careful with that. I don't think you should do it. And then I was like, you know, internally was just like, fuck you. It's not like you know what the hell you're doing, you know, mutter under your breath angrily. And so I went to our third year teacher and was just like, hey, so I'm kind of thinking about doing this. And he's just like, go for it, dude. Like, don't let anybody stop you. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then I made like this short, very poorly choreographed fight scene that was like 6 or 7 seconds long. Like, it was very, very short. But I was proud of that animation. Like, it was just like, yeah, take that, first year teacher. You don't know nothing. Obviously, I'm overplaying it a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong. Our first year teacher definitely taught us stuff. Just, I feel like he was trying to teach us things far too slowly. You know, like, he should have frickin' thrown us off the deep end and we would have made a lot more progress that way. But yeah. Again, long-winded answer. Made short. The Dead Fantasy series by Monty Ohm is the reason that I got into animation. In fact, I don't think I'm going to do any streaming for this, but, and I really hesitate to say this because I'm always afraid of saying stuff like this and then, you know, not doing it, because there's this stupid human mind thing where if you tell people a project that you want to do, your brain's just like, oh, look, you told people about it. You've basically finished it. We don't have to worry about it anymore. But, you know, just to do so, whether it's a good idea or not. December, because I'm now finished my animation job, I'm going to try to work on an actual animation project that is outside of my VTuber mythos, I guess. It's an animation that I've had in my head for like probably close to like 6 years now. So I'm finally just like, okay, bud, let's just do this. You know, let's just get this done. So over December, I'm going to try to get as much done for like a very short little like trailer-esque animation. Which is going to be rough because I got to do the art design for the characters. I got to do the modeling. I got to do the set prep. I got to do layouts and storyboarding and texturing and lighting. And I don't know even if I said rigging, but rigging, like it's going to be a freaking adventure. And while doing that, I'm also going to be doing the streaming still and try to do promotional art and do a bunch of fun things like that. So December is going to be exhausting. I don't know. Maybe during December, if I actually make progress on this, I might occasionally have, like, a little like, oh, guys, by the way, I can show you some stuff before we start, you know, whatever it is we're doing for that stream. Hey, Spencer, how's it going? How you doing, bud? How's the Great White North treating you? Hey, TK, how's it going? Long time no see, buddy. How's life treating you? I'm being very, very slow with this right now. Because I'm talking too much. I need to reduce the level of talk and increase the level of art. Otherwise, Jam Jam's gonna give me lip. I'll just be like, noticed you weren't doing a lot of art today, Will. And I'm just like, is that a problem? Like, I don't know. Better not find out. Rick sent me to Central BC by the Rockies. Oh, really? How's that? How's the Rockies treating you? I have never gotten a chance to actually do that. Bully Kaju because he's I bully Kaju because he's a bully. You will. I appreciate that, Jam Jam. But you know, you gotta keep him honest sometimes. Sorry, brain is short-circuiting for a second. This is why I shouldn't drink this tea. Or at least during streams. Especially since I let it sit for like 7 minutes. So like, this is a very, very steep tea. My goodness. Wish Bells was here so that I could complain about the fact that that the tea is cold and that I have to drink it. Have a good lurk, Flossie. And yeah, Avatar, what's with that smugness? What am I supposed to take away from that smugness? Is there a threat here? There's something that I don't know about that I should be worried about? Oh no. That still. Sharp hairpiece. I don't remember. I don't remember you. You said something where I thought it would fit, but I have forgotten. I think Kakai told me why once, but I've forgotten. Well, not that it matters to me. I don't mind the rain that much. Come to think of it, that time, 15 years ago, it rained like this too. I think it might have been 5 years ago. Why am I quoting Sayuki? More importantly, why do I remember Sayuki? Somebody help. I'm dipping into my past, and I don't. Uh-oh. Heck you. This is like the 4th time in like the last 2 months where a sneeze starts up and then doesn't happen. Being tormented. It's fine though. It's fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. Now I'm curious, Avatar, what you were thinking. Leaving me out in the cold right now, and, you know. I'm sitting here, like, wishing that I had a blanket right now. That happens to me weekly. Hey, Pom Pom, how's it going? How was your stream today? The sneezes. Ah, I feel that. You did what? Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I should quote this, but it does make me laugh. You were just like, hey, I have I have this cool idea. And I'm like, you know, get all like excited and happy. And then you're just like, no, I don't remember. And then I'm like left out in the cold. You know? Your memory threw me out into the cold. And was just like, throw him out in the cold. Don't give him his jacket. I hate that I laugh at that. It's so stupid. Just stopped in to say hi real quick. Well, that's appreciated, Pom Pom. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I turn that check mark. No. It's all just so wobbly. I think that the interpreting, I have an idea, is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. There's a time in school, this is really, really stupid. We were modeling something. We were doing 3D modeling. And something wasn't working for a friend of mine. And, you know, he was just sitting there just like, I can't figure this out. I can't figure this out. And then all of a sudden he was just like, oh, I have an idea. And just he added a little flair to it. Like this little strange little flair. So I was just like, I have an idea. And he's like, I have an idea. So it just turned, and then just somebody nearby was just like, oh, I have an idea. It just turned into this freaking chaotic mess of just people just like, I have an idea. I have an idea. We were all very sleep deprived at that point. We were all lacking a lot of sleep. Oh, that's right. I think this was when we were modeling. We had to do a hard surface model of our choice. And I did a Panzer IV German tank. And my friend was doing the KV-1. I think it was the KV-1. Which was a Russian tank. And I was so mad when his model came up first when we were critiquing it, when it was done. And then mine came up, and they were just like, huh, noticing a lack of weight on the treads. And I got deducted a mark, so he got like an 8 out of 10, and I got a 7 out of 10. And I was fucking pissed because the Panzer IVs, their treads were tighter than the Russian treads, so there wouldn't have been a lot of weight on it. But I couldn't say that at the time because I was tired AF and was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just glad I'm done. And then afterwards was just like, oh my god, I got denied a point for being historically accurate, and the rage. Hey, Haya. We're just talking about school. That's fun, right? Hey, Kaju. We were just talking about the I have an idea story in school. I'm sure you have memories of this. Tanks? Yeah, I modeled a tank in school and then got a point deducted because my treads, quote, didn't have any weight on them. And I raged because the tank that I had modeled, the actual things, the actual treads were not that weighted in World War II. And I was very upset. And also, how's it going, Dorn? I know, it is technically Dead Space. Hold on, I think did I flip? Yeah. There's the button. Rotate. We're doing the Dead Space art. Hold on. We're cleaning up this shot. We're cleaning up this and turning it into something something more clean. Though not a lot of lines have been drawn. I've drawn more lines than a certain someone does in an hour, so I'm making good progress. Sir, what did I DM? I was gonna send you a preview of this, but you had just gone to sleep, so I was just like, I'll let him be. It's mostly traced. Don't worry, Kaju. I don't actually have any art skills still. Don't you worry about that. Are you talking about how much the treads droop on the top? Yeah, exactly, Spencer. Exactly that. I got deducted a point, which was like 10%. Angie. Much Angie. No, he's my information boy. See, he's tucked into the little thing. He's just there being like, he's the moral support toast. That's what Benji's being. He's being a support toast. Doesn't mean he's safe true, but he at least has this whole plate of armor in front of him to at least catch some of the projectiles. Who do you think's the one that's whispering to me, murder all the babies? And I'm just like, yes, Mr. Toast. I can do that for you, sir. That's not canon. Benjamin is a wholesome boy. He's just doing the pom-pom style, go fight, win. And I'm like, damn right, Mr. Toast. We got this. Not canon. Yeah, not canon. Mm-hmm. Don't blame Benji for your actions. I'm not blaming Benji for my actions. I just said it's not canon. That's not really what happened. That's the story that this version of WillSleepsNot tells himself. Whole wheat toast, more like wholesome toast. Hey, Hiya gets it. All right, come on, Will. You gotta do some actual lines. We want to get the line art done by the end of this stream, if nothing else. But I'm being very slow right now. I keep getting distracted telling stories. Surprise! Will telling stories. What you're saying is that it's a parasitic organism that slowly corrupts you more and more. The opposite of that. He is a celestial being, a guardian angel, if you will, doing his absolute best to keep me from sin. He's just got that like, hey, come on now. Is that what you want to do? And I'm just like, murder babies. And he's just like, all right, have fun, I suppose. We'll try again next time, buddy. You got this. Let's take a look at what Avatar sent me. Or posted. Who do you think's the one that's whispering to me, murder all the babies? And I'm just like, yes, Mr. Toast. I can do that for you, sir. Really? You had to end it right when I fired the last metaphorical shot, eh? See your Jiminy Cricket? That's not a bad way to look at it. ASMR for 5 minutes. We can absolutely do that, not the big boss. Uno secondo. Hopefully that wasn't heard by the microphone. If so, I apologize. There it is. Anything is better. Excuse me. You made that a reality, Mr. Dorn. You caused that. Got a new universe audio. Needs some dramatic. Hold on. You need to put ooh, what's a good music to put over top of that? I wonder if this is gonna get me copyrighted, but what about like what about this? Would we have this in the background? Such nice music. Anyway, just to make sure that that doesn't cause too many problems, we'll go back to the lo-fi. All right. ASMR starting in 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to go ahead and start talking a little bit more on the quiet side. You know, got some nice lo-fi in the background, while also having some ASMR. I feel like that's a pretty nice combination. Hope you guys didn't hear that. If so, I apologize. I'm going to Photoshop Blue's Discord image onto Blue the dog, but then make the background Kaju stream. We can use it as an episode of Blue's Clues as we put paw prints all over Kaju's art. That's fun. I like that. So I agree. I support it. Sorry, Kaju. We gotta find those clues. I swear I'm getting progressively worse with each line. Hey, that's a good line. So we're fine. Kaju, I don't know how you do line art, but please teach me your ways. So I don't think I'm meant to do line art properly. Somebody redeems the the moan redeem. Just before that, of course. Hey Bells, how's it going? Bells, by the way, I had some tea earlier and it got cold. And then I had to drink it and it was really cold and it was awful. I didn't know what to do, so I thought, what would Bells do? And I was like, that's right. She would just drink it. So I did. No, we had to do a WWBD, you know? What would Bells do? Would have no, Bells. We know you. You're the toughest cookie we know. You just drink it. You tough it out. Though, granted, from what I know about you, the tea would probably actually be done, so you wouldn't have to nuke it. You know, you do the sensible thing where you actually drink the thing while it was still warm. Excuse me, I warm up my tea by using a hot box with mirrors in a windowsill. It just sits there for an hour. Sounds like double standards to me. Shake my head, Now, why is there suddenly violence in the chat? Come on now, let's be civilized. Let's all be friends here. Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who. Not what we do around here. We leave our grievances at the door. I'll allow that. Works relatively well. There are two sides in everyone's brain. One of them is the aggressive Kaju. One of them is the genuinely kind Bells. I just got gifted a sub in a channel that I've never been in before. Neato. It's the second time today. There are two sides to a brain, the inside and the outside. You're almost level 40 and got your first dungeon web today. Thanks, mechanic. Ooh, wait. Oh, Doom mechanic. Ah, I think I know which dungeon you're talking about, Dorn. There are two wolves. One of them. One of them is a rabbit, yeah? Is that what that is, Avatar? Oh, why did that get me? That got me really good for some reason. Thank you, Avatar. You're a comedy genius. Oh my god, here we go. Do it, it's happening again. Lawful's not even here. We don't have to worry about her. The bad man is gone, Kaju. Don't worry about it. Kaju, you simp for Monster Hunter monsters. Yeah, not even the right ones. You know what I mean? Literally not even the correct ones. I don't remember which one I proclaimed was the hot one, but it wasn't that one. Bell's just like, oh yeah, by the way, hello. As the chat slowly devolves into chaos. I've actually been going with ASMR for almost 7 minutes. That's my bad. This is Chocolate Thunder, over and out. And done with the ASMR for now. Hails yeah. Progress made, as it were. Oh yeah, I still love this tune in particular. Now, I don't have to pretend to be actual mod around here. Do you want me to just turn you back to a VIP, Avatar? Would that make you feel better? Like, there you go, buddy. No more stress. Come on, hand. Work with me here. My badge. How can I strong-arm the local citizenry without it? With your hands. With your strong hands and your 32 abs. Just flex on them. Just be like those... Ooh, what is that from again? I think it's from Warhammer Fantasy. There is a set of dwarves that are like... They just wear armor that's essentially just like a bunch of razor blades, essentially. And I'm pretty sure they just like take like the equivalency of like caffeine pills and just rush in and just like grab onto opponents and just vibrate them to death. Because they're just covered in like razors. Oh, excuse me. With his lovely personality. Damn. The heck is that stupid meme again? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Gestures to Avatar's abs. No, you know what? We'll just extend it. That's just easier. Hey Val, how's it going? Done that. Your halfling cannonball. I'm just saying. Would have been a very deadly boy in that regard. Literally cover yourself in knives and just get flung. Get flung at opponents and just become a frickin' like a slashing, bludgeoning hybrid damage. I don't even know if you could technically do that, but yeah, would probably allow it. Just because of the silliness factor of it. Are we going to start talking about cannibalism again, Jam Jam? Are we back to the cannibalism topic? Because I'm pretty sure that we concluded that topic. Cannibalism, bad. Raycon, good. It's, sorry, there's just... The other day, a friend of mine hadn't seen the Varus episodes from, what is it, Internet Historian? So I watched them with them. And one of the ads is the Raycon sponsorship. And there's just this fantastic moment where, you know, it's the whole, like, Raycon good, wires bad. And at one point, it's Raycon Man on top of, like, a freaking, like, one of those massive power lines. He's like, Raycon good, wires bad. Then cuts one of the wires, then it just shows a bunch of, like a city just, like, losing power. And it just makes me laugh hysterically. It was so good. Oh, excuse me. What about self-cannibalism? Ooh, that's a tricky topic. Because, like, what kind of self-cannibalism are you talking about? Like, when you, like, bite the skin off your nails? Or off your fingers? Would that be self-cannibalism? Technically. Cannibalism is bad, but you know what isn't bad? Raycon. Man, if I ever get sponsored, absolutely would be just like, would do a dumb little promotion specifically with just like DILFs. We know them, we love them, but did you know that some people take it too far? Bwah. Cannibalism is wrong. But you know what isn't wrong? Raycon. What if you got a wound and you lick your blood up? That's probably cannibalism, but absolutely would say that's okay. Ah! I have absolutely done that before. When I was younger, I sliced open my knee really, really bad, and I was worried that I don't know why, but in my weird little ADHD brain, I was just like, I gotta fix it up. So, like, every, like, 5 steps, like, mind you, I'm, like, pouring blood. It was a bad cut. Every, like, 5 steps, I'd lean down and lick my freaking knee. And I had to go for quite a walk to get back to my parents' place. And then the freaking helper that my parents had just decided to chime in and be like, you know, you shouldn't be, like, licking blood like that. It'll make you really sick. And I'm like, lady, I have done this and nothing happened. So how about you shut the fuck up? You know, or the equivalency of like a 9-year-old me thinking something along those lines. You know, like, heck you. Walk with me here. Let's go through the mind of a funny commercial. You need a twist. I do need a twist. Surely everyone has once thought, but what if I am a vampire? Yeah, probably. Definitely crossed my mind after I drank how much of my own blood during that. Blood is supposed to be on the inside. I'm just putting it back where it belongs. Val gets it. Val, based. That's based right there. Poggers, dank. Why is Lawful not here when I need her to be so that I can just embarrass the hell out of her? Oh, are you the Lawful defender now? Bells? This is literally the reason why I had one drop of someone else's blood. What? Wow, Jam Jam. That's pretty sus right there. Let me say you just found out, or let's say you found out that your arm needs to be cut off because of severe nerve damage, but at the same time, you need a snack. Ooh. Ooh. We're living a very specific but interesting scenario. Need to eat dinner and walk away from this embarrassing conversation. Wow, Kaju. Yeah, walk away. Walk away, coward. I defend Bells. Fair enough. Don't think I've had anyone else's blood yet. I don't know if I have. Not that I can recall, at least. Yeah, enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. There you go. Go for some delicious dinner while we talk about eating ourselves. Now, here's a question for people. This might be a strange question, but have you ever, because you know there's the whole mindset of, you know, like, the body will stop you from doing X amount of damage to yourself. You know, like, you can't, like, break your own skin with a bite, etc. Have you ever tried testing that theory? You're in the kitchen chopping veggies on a board. You have your Raycons in your ears listening to your favorite tunes. You say you enjoy your Raycons because they make cooking while jamming easy to do. They're good, unlike other unlike something food-oriented like chicken. Raw chicken is bad. So you go to your fridge and open it, and the camera angles to enough to show a dead body inside for a second. And you grab some carrots near the door and chop them up. Fresh meat is good, just like Raycon. What do you frickin' consider me to be? Ooh, who was the serial killer that had the bodies in the freezer? Ooh, who was the one that had bodies in the freezer? Jeffrey Dahmer? Who had the bodies in the freezer? Serial killer with bodies in. Oh, there you go. It was Dahmer. We did it. Hey, and Big Boss knew it. Nice. I've tried that, ended up not going through with it because I didn't want anyone to see and start asking questions. I once bit one of my knuckles hard enough to break the skin. And that was one of those just like, oh, well, figured out what I'm capable of. Time to go take care of this for a second. And, you know, went to the bathroom, washed my hands thoroughly, cleaned the wound. And then I think put a Band-Aid on it. There's bodies in the freezer. No, you have to write serial killer with bodies in the freezer. I mean, we could also be the Canadian serial killer. Oh, what was his name again? Oh, Robert Picton. Robert Picton. Yeah. The Canadian serial killer that murdered a bunch of sex workers and then fed them to his pigs. Will is on a list now. I'm pretty sure. I just Google things whenever I'm curious. Just like, wonder what's this is. Like, I wonder about this, Google. Oh, look at that. I'm learning things. There are so many cases regarding the same type of serial killing. He just happened to be dumb enough to keep one of his victims alive. Yeah. I mean, Robert Picton was literally just a display of how the police didn't care about sex workers, which was such... there's just so many cases like that. It's just so many cases where it's just like, the police were purposefully negligent because they didn't want to deal with that situation. There was also, I've got to Google this again. Hang on a second, everybody. We're learning today. That guy. Randy Kraft. So much for art. No, we'll get back to the art. Look, a line was drawn. Randy Kraft was another one where you're just like, wow, this was just this was just negligence. Laura Croft, I mean, she could probably be classified as a serial killer in some regard. The amount of bodies that he buried that day laid the foundation for I don't remember how the quote goes exactly. Was there a serial killer who uses victims' bodies parts as furniture in his house? Yes. Ooh, wasn't that also Dahmer? No. Yes? No. Yes? No. Well, time to do the Googling again. That's it! Geen! Serial killer... Furniture... Ed Gein. There we go. Yeah, Randy Kraft, the police were just like, ew, gay, no touchy, no need to look at that. Yeah, and they were brutal killings. I don't know why we sometimes go back to serial killers. It's probably because I listen to a lot of podcasts about them because I find them interesting. I just actually learned about a Black Widow serial killer. I don't remember what her name was, but she went through like 6 husbands and was like a super cheeky lady about it. Like her last husband, she did this thing where she would actually be just like, oh, you're going to die. And, like, like do like, just like a, like, oh, I have a psychic premonition, you're going to die. And literally for her last husband, she would like sit beside his bed when he would wake up and be just like, you're going to die soon. And like, would like start like sewing like his funeral clothes in his presence. And then eventually he died, I believe, from he was killed by her using rat poison. Because back in the day, rat poison was flavorless, odorless, and colorless. I believe it was arsenic. So it was really easy to kill people with. Because I believe it would basically trigger the equivalency of like a heart attack. So yeah, she was just this crazy lady that just would kill her husband with stuff, and then just, yeah, and then would like take like the insurance money and be just like, ha, now I'm gonna go and, oh my god, 5 wasn't enough red flags. It's she was a Polish woman who used like a newspaper ad service for like Polish gentlemen. Like it was literally just Polish men that would put their ads in this particular thing. Sixth husband was like, I could fix her. Yeah, and then wakes up every morning to her going, you know, you're gonna die soon. Look, I just think serial killers are fascinating. It's like Craigslist, just as sketchy. You're not wrong, Val. Not wrong. How many red flags does it take? Avatar, to quote an amazing line from BoJack Horseman, when you're wearing rose-tinted glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. And that is a fantastic line that hits weirdly close to home for me. And it's such a good quote. It's so good. That show has so many good lines. There's another one that I can't quote because if people here haven't seen it, it's a very big, but it's got very spoilery feels. But that fucking one quote fucking gut punched me. Like was just like, ooh, someone's cutting onions in here. What's going on? It's raining. Why is it raining indoors? This is crazy. Oh, now I'm thinking about it, and now my freaking skin is goosebumps. Oh, I can hear the quote in my head. Ugh. You don't care for BoJack? Hey, that's totally fine, Spencer. I have no issues with people liking or not liking it. I like the show personally. I kind of could understand the character a little bit because I too really struggle with figuring out what happiness is. I'm not as broken as BoJack is, but he's kind of pushed to the extreme. But have a good lurk, Blue. But I definitely was just like, yeah, in some regards, I can absolutely kind of see this weird stumbling through life, just hoping to find the cure-all for all the problems, but there is no cure-all. You know, life sucks and then you die. That's just how it be. Easier to just accept and move on, etc. That's at least how it was for me. I understand that not everybody took that away. There was a lot of great parts in. Watched an episode of Family Feud. There's a dead body in your living room. The cops will blame you if you tell them. Name 8 ways to get rid of it. Please continue. I would love to know some of the answers. All right. We're gonna have trouble with this angle for some reason, so we're gonna just pull back a little bit. Yep, hands are starting to shake. Should not have had that tea. It was a mistake. Throw it over into the neighbor's yard. Yep, absolutely makes sense to me. Bury it. Easy answer. A classic, if you will. The freezer. Ah, we got ourselves a Dahmer. I'm actually really hype what the other ones are. Feed it to pets. Hey, there we go. We got the Robert Pickering. Or not Pickering. Pickerton. The deed has been done and posted. I will take a peek in 1 second. 5. Tell the cops anyway. Officer, help! There's a dead body in my house. Burn it. Another good one. Get rid of the evidence. Enough gasoline will burn away all the problems. self-reporting in Amogus. I can't remember the last two. That's fine. The Big Boss, those are all really good answers. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I need to post the correct meme for that one. There we go. Now to get back to here. Nope, get back to here. There we go. Thank you, Doran. That was wonderful. Miss Teddy's, hello! How are you? Long time no see. How was your stream today? I think you streamed today. I unfortunately could only lurk in the stream, but how was your stream? And how are you? How is your weekend going so far? God, hands are so shaky right now. I've made so many mistakes. Mistakes have been made. Friendly reminder, everybody, to drink some water. Hydration is good for you. Why did I think this was a good idea? You guys can't see it, but my hands are shaky right now. They're just like... Try again. We're gonna do it until we get it right. You know, we gotta just keep. Oh no, now I've got that song in my head. No, what a mistake!
Here comes the boy.
There he is. There he is, the man with the plan. Get sub 2, nerd. Yeah, what is this, like a week in the making series? But thank you very much. That's very appreciated. Okay, well, wobble at the end, but we can make it work still. We can do it. We can fix him. We have the technology. You know what? Even if it's a little wobbly, that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's getting it finished. I think that's just the attitude I need to bring along to this right now. Just out of paranoia, my microphone is still working, right? Like, I know that the text is happening, but I just need to make sure because my own brain is just like, hey. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, it's still working. Okay. See, I drank this tea out of a kind of an experiment to see if it would happen or not. So, Bells, I made the caffeinated orange pico that I talked to you about the other day. And I let the bag sit in there for 10 minutes. Probably closer to 7, but still like to the point of where like, you know, like could not see the bottom of the cup anymore. And even if you like tilted the cup a little bit, yeah, that's a strong cup. And I know that it makes me anxious and I know that it makes my hands shaky, but I wanted a cup of tea, so I made it. And now my hands are shaking and now anxiety kicking in. Just like, what would happen if your microphone stopped working? And it's like, oh no. I'm doing a live, like, personal experiment, and it is working. And thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Bells. Very appreciated. I have been drinking water, but I will continue to drink water. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta flush out the caffeine is what we need to do. Also, there's another thing that freaking caffeinated tea does. So we're gonna take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. Apologies for being a little abrupt about it. If you can and are able to, I hope that you get up and stretch, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. I will be back in a few minutes, and I will see you guys very soon. Be good for now. No! Freaking... To pee! Syrinx? I didn't mean to click, sorry. I got a little bit too dramatic. I got a little antsy. I'm a little anxious right now, guys. I'm jonesing right now. I actually, all right, final story, and then I'll step away. I had a coworker of mine when I used to work at a studio. His whole thing was just like, guys, I'm jonesing for a coffee right now. Jonesing. And it'd just be like this weird little thing that he would say, and I was always just like, is he just making that up? But jonesing, or to Jones, jonesing, have a fixation on, be addicted to.
Jones.
Jones. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Bells. I didn't mean to jump scare you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't think about it. Jones. Yeah, I'm jonesing for a coffee. And then we'd go up for a coffee, and I'd get a tea, and then we'd sit there and, you know, chat for the 15-minute break. Not enough people take the 15-minute breaks that you're allowed to take. Seriously. Bring out the Jones. Jones. Oh god, now I've got freaking... Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with this before I step away. Hold on. There it is. You might have heard that a little bit, but, you know, it's around that time of year again where you just gotta listen to the real Christmas music. Alright. You guys enjoy that. I'll be back soon. See you later. Damn, boy, you frying chicken in there? Ha ha! Seriously, dude, you piss loud as hell. I think that's pretty cool. Is that what you were going for, Syrinx? Avatar, that's so good. Oh shit, I didn't change the music back. No, you guys don't hear this. Nope, we're just on the cool. We're just on the cool. It's cool. It's fine. And thank you, Stitches. Thank you, Bells. Thank you, Jam Jam. Did you guys listen to the Carol of the Sails? Honestly, it is shameful how many hours I have listened to that song. Because it's so well done. It's so well harmonized. You know, there's just all these different layers, and like every time that you listen to it, you catch more things. For those who haven't heard it, I'd recommend listening to it. It's the Carol of the Sails. It's also linked. Would highly recommend. So the song is like an ogre? Yeah, it's got layers. Dude, have you... Syrinx, I know for a fact you've heard that. You've listened to it before. There's no way you haven't. Just like legitimately from like a music perspective, it is actually very well done. It's just got like all these different tones and like pitches to it that like build on top of each other. And it's just like, it's just good. What's the name of the song again? Carol of the Sails. I've linked it in chat. It's right above your damn bro. Hold on, I'll post it. Hopefully this is the correct thing. Well, I mean, make sure that it is the correct thing. Yeah, it is. No, don't play. There it is. There's the video. Gaben, 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 Gaben. It's so good. It's so stupidly good. My like favorite part is this like really low part where it's like Gaben, Gaben, Gabe. And it just sounds so good. I know this is my freaking like ADHD brain being just like, ha 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 ha, but still, I love it. Also, to try and counteract the caffeine, I decided to have 5 giant sour keys while I was away. That's a good idea, right? This is how I become obnoxious. Oh no. Yeah, I'll probably settle down a little bit, but I was just like, man, I really want a sour key. And then I like grabbed one and it was the color that I didn't like, so I ate it and was just like, all right, well, this time's the one. And then there was another one that I didn't want, so I ate it and was just like, all right, this one's the one. Did I ever tell you guys that I'm not a clever man? Sour key. Avatar, I will send you a picture of the frickin' drum. Like, later tonight after stream if you want. Unfortunately, now my leg is bouncing like mad, so I know that I've made a mistake. We'll just gotta listen to the chill music. I was actually listening to, excuse me. Pardon me, it was unintentional. I was listening to Children of the Omnissiah because that song chills me the frick out. It's such a good sound. It's a sour gummy candy in the shape of a key. Yeah. Bruh. And covered with sugar. And these, bruh, not the Big Boss. I'm sure you've experienced this before, but have you ever had like sour keys that were not sour and you're just like, the fuck? You lie to me? Why you lie? Nah, the ones that you can get at Walmart, like they are actually like sour. Give me 1 second, Avatar. I'll actually go look at the frickin' drum right now. Give me 1 second. Right back. They are great value jumbo teasers, is what they're called. The brand is Great Value. They soak that thing in citric acid, and it's great. All right, I need to calm the fuck down. You know what? I don't care if this mutes my freaking thing a little bit. We're listening to some Children of the Omnisaya for the sake of my own brain. Sorry, this music got me through some of my work days. So we're just gonna listen to it through a little bit. You listened to that track I sent you yesterday? Yes! Sorry, I freaking spaced out for a second. Yeah, it was solid, Syrinx. I had it up, and then I think I closed it earlier. Shit. So, would you be willing to link it in chat for me if you happen to have access to it? Because I think some people would like it. It's got like a nice, like, synthy... How to say, like a synthy, or like a dark synth techno kind of sound to it. Don't worry, we won't listen to this for too long, but just need to bring my brain from 200 back down to 100. All right, I'm good. We can go back to the lo-fi. I'm sorry, everybody. Welcome to dealing with somebody who has ADHD. There's this. Once upon a time, my father did not know how to deal with me because I was very ADHD. There's a not so fond memory that he has of me where I had a bad tendency to bounce my leg a lot, like without knowing it. Like I just literally just like hyper bounce my leg over and over and over again. Also, hello, this art. Oh, do you want to see the full thing? Hold on. There we go. Yo, restless leg syndrome? Yeah, I know that it's because of my ADHD just trying to burn energy. And I had a dumb tendency to not the way this made me wear my own leg bouncing. I'm sorry, Jam. But I had a bad tendency that when I was trying to talk to somebody, I would turn towards them. So the chairs that we had at our dining table had like the little like connection near the bottom. So I would put my foot on there and just bounce it while talking to my dad. And that's his chair. And he would just get so annoyed because I'd put my foot on his chair and then just start bouncing my foot, like my leg really hard, which would just vibrate his chair, and it drove him up the wall. And I didn't realize I was doing it. Like, not a clue. Was just trying to have a conversation with my dad. And he was just like, all right, grab leg, push it away. Just like, all right, get out of here. And not the way this reminded me to have to pick up my meds tomorrow. Man, I really do need to probably look into... Ron Hill 96. Thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, like I haven't been on ADHD medication in so long, and there's a part of me that's just like, I bet it would be good for me to get some meds again. But I have a bad history with medication. Like, I took imipramine for the longest time, and that shit made me hyper depressed, and I took it from like grade 4 till college, beginning of my college years. So I took it for like 10 years. And that shit, some of the side effects are literally like depression and like suicidal thoughts. So it was a rough 10 years. And also it zombifies the hell out of you. So you just feel like you're just in a perpetual state of like brain fog. So that was already just like, I'm never gonna use medication again. And then my, at one point I was just like this was a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I was like, yo, family doctor, I'm sad all the time. And he's just like, are you willing to try antidepressants? And I'm like, yes. And then we went down that road where I took 4 different medications and they all had their various forms of not great. Oh no, my meds have been working pretty well for you. The downside is that I have a lower dose because they make my heart rate around, oh shit. It's funny, they actually, when I was first born, I had an abnormally high heartbeat or heart rate. And I did for a really long time. That was always something that the doctors would say to my mom, just like, you know, your son has a very high heart rate. And it turns out it's because of my ADHD. But then like somehow over the years, I mellowed right the fuck out. So like now I have like an almost low heart rate. Because I've semi-learned how to like zen myself out. Because I had to, because I didn't want to take my medication anymore. I was just like, all right, well, we got to figure out another way to calm down, because nobody likes you when you're like this, including you. I'm like, yeah, this ain't great. But I'm glad to hear that it works for you, Jam Jam. I'm very happy to hear that. I always like hearing when people's medication actually does what it's supposed to for them. And then I can sit here doing a mixture of living vicariously through you and also being mad jealous. Like, man, I wish that worked for me. Mer. I have another friend who also is on, well, he has like medication for his ADD, but it's only like used when required medication. And that stuff freaking like zombifies him. Like he has like trouble with like his, like he feels like he gets numbed when he's on it. So like his emotions like get numbed. So he just kind of has like a time to do some work. That was a good work session, you know, like, I'm like, you okay, buddy? He's like, yeah, don't worry. The effects will wear off in an hour or 2. I think the medication lasts for about 6 hours for him. So for like 6 hours, it's just like kind of robot mode Jesus. Yeah, I wish. Should look into like Adderall or something. Is Adderall the ADHD one? Like the classic, like this works for most people. It's the one you're prescribed. I had a suspicion, but I didn't want to be like, yo, Jam Jam, what you taking? Why don't you share with the class? Come on, we're all friends here. You know, that creepy shit that people do sometimes. Don't you want to share? Don't you trust me? Yeah, I don't. Please step away from me, you creep. How they do good, but it's a concentrated substance for a reason. Yeah, fair enough. Art stream, more like everyone say what medication they're on stream. Look, Syrinx, we're all friends here, all right? You don't hide secrets from your friends, right? That's not what we do. No. Okay, we're at least gonna try to get the hair done by the end of this stream. Hello, I'm not the feds. Please describe the schedule. One substance you enjoy. Oh, well, hello there, not the fed. I enjoy the weed. Shh, I could also just be lying. True. Jam Jam's known as a bit of a trickster. Hiya, fed not. Hi, you can't come. This was supposed to be a safe place, Hiya, and now everyone's all tense. Nobody can trust anybody now. Way to go. Devil's lettuce, right to jail. You know what? I'll just find harder drugs in jail. Started out with weed, now I'm doing cocaine every day. God. I don't know what someone with ADHD is like on cocaine. That can't be a good combination. Left-handed jazz cigarettes? Oh, I see. Left-handed because that's the devil's hand. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're swinging. But what about the mobs? Gotta get in on the action. So bizarre to me, though, that people snort Adderall at parties. Like, why, though? That shit won't get you high. It'll just make you hyper-focused, which I feel is the opposite of what you want at a party. But Jam, you're hyper-focused on the party. Will be my liaison for the Canadian Weed Company that has my name. Oh my God, right? I'm just like, well, good news. They're in my city. And I just walk over and it's like, hello. I have someone that would like to be sponsored by you. They have the same name as you. Let's make a deal. They're like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, you don't know who I am? Clearly you haven't been on Twitch. I'm the WillSleepsNot. And then the door gets slammed in my face and I just call up Hiya. And I'm just like, I think it went really well. Welcome back, Herb. And Kumo, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. I'm a ninja. Oh, I'm Ninja. I'm Markiplier. I'm Batman. I'm a VTuber and you'll regret this. Yeah, right? My dad works for HoloLive. You'll be sorry. Oh my God, was your name also taken? Oh my God, that's right. Ah, there you go. You can find solidarity in each other. You know who my dad is? He works for Elon Musk. Which company though? Oh my God, and that's when you learn that it's true. But Dad got fired from Twitter because of Elon Musk. We don't like it. Oh no, I'm getting punched. Look, Bells. He's ready for the fight dome, you know? He's just ready. He knows what he wants. He knows what he was here for. Herb was born to step into a Slim Jim or the fight dome in this. Bum bum bum. Standing here and I realize I don't really know the lyrics to that song. You were just like me, trying to make history? Yeah. Oh no! Leave the toast alone, Herb! Where's this violence coming from? Also, how was your modding going, by the way, Herb? If I'm allowed to ask, how was, what are you modding for? What you working towards? Daddy is bells, it's true. Daddy Dome. Daddy! Why do I keep doing that? Bells, I'm sorry. You know who it comes from. Oh, I suppose so. Pom-Pom's a bad influence, you see. I don't even remember. Oh, that's right. It's contrapunts. Keep saying it. You need a daddy clip for you too. Look, I just quote. I don't even know which video it is from the YouTuber that I'm talking about. But at one point, it's just like, oh my God. She's talking about Nietzsche, I believe. And it's just like the, you know, like the daddy of this. Daddy! I just love the inflection. She also has a great line where she's just like, oui. I don't speak French. I just like saying vaguely French things. Moderating for a stream. Oh, you were modding in that sense. Sorry, I thought you were modding in terms of like modifications of a game in order to create things with. Hey, Lawful. I was just saying that I'm just quoting somebody when I say that. But I just like the inflection. And Zenada is Nietzsche? I don't understand. Question mark. But how's it going, Lawful? Hello. How you be? Be you how? Hoe gaat het met jou? Hoop dat alles goed gaat. Bells, you have every right to start throwing some timeouts now. Oh wait, no, you won't do it. You won't do it because of the pineapple. Gonna be like a full moment at one point where I realize that Jam Jam's done something crazy. We'll go full Hunchback of Notre Dame, you know? Just like, I'm just sitting there just like, this message is interesting. It's awfully good. Looks very much like that Jam Jam. I know. You helped her escape! By now my whole palace is burning because of you. She liked pom-pom. She liked pineapple. You idiot! Oh, it's such a good scene. Such a good scene. I swear to God, I'm sorry, pom-pom. God damn it, Jam Jam. I know, I'm sorry. I know it's they. I don't know why I keep forgetting that it's they. My brain just won't let it go. It's like one of those, I'm gonna from now on have to be like I'm gonna have to like see that you pop on and be like, they, you know, it's like, all right, got it, I'm ready. I do apologize though. Palm Jam needs to be an emo. Oh God, what is that? What is that from? That's gonna bug me. Oh, I can't. Can't be contained by pronouns nor timeout. Damn it! Jam Jam too powerful. Somebody stop them. Jam Jam the Unbound. Why does my I swear, I have brought up Hunchback of Notre Dame in my streams a concerning amount of times at this point. Like, just one of those, just like, hey, Will, is that your favorite movie? Yes, it is. Why do you ask? Oop, that's the eraser. Like the scene I was just quoting. Such a great scene. I think you're hiding something. Oh, no, Master. You're not eating, boy. Oh, it's very good. Thank you. Oh, yeah, and then Captain Phoebus almost wakes up, so he kicks him in the head and then chokes on his grapes, and he's like, ah! Seeds. What's different around here? Nothing, sir. Isn't this one new? It's awfully good. Looks very much like that gypsy girl. I know. You helped her escape! By now, the whole palace is burning because of you. She was kind to me, Master. You idiot! That wasn't kindness, it was cunning! She's a gypsy. Gypsies aren't capable of real love. Think, boy. Think of your mother. How could such a cruel soul do something to someone like you? Well, no matter. I will free you of her evil spell. I know where her hideout is. Tomorrow, I'll attack with 1,000 men. There is so many great moments in that movie, damn it. Still, my favorite is the frickin' Samson reference. Like, again, best part of the whole movie, in my opinion. He's chained in the bell tower. He's been beaten, you know, like he's been chained up. Like he's legit chained to like the structure of the bell tower. And like, you know, his little companions are just like, come on, Quasi, fight it. You gotta break these chains. I can't. I tried. What difference does it make? But you can't let Frollo win. He already has. These chains have nothing against you, Quasimodo. Leave me alone. Oh, all right, Quasi. We'll leave you alone. Yeah. After all, we're only made out of stone. We just thought you were made of something stronger. And then there's the cool little moment where, like, the lighting is all dark on his face and it's just all goes quiet for a second. Then all of a sudden this violin starts playing, just like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And he looks up and the lighting starts forming over his face. And he looks over and Frollo's having his little speech and she's already on the pyre. And he's just like, and we send this demon back where she belongs. And he throws the fire down. And then Quasi's all of a sudden like, no! And he just starts pulling on the chains. And he starts pulling on them so hard that the bells start slowly rumbling. And, you know, you hear the crumbling and the cracking of the stone. And he pulls and then crumble. And the pillars come down and the smoke puffs up. And then the smoke clears. And there's Quasi just like letting the chains fall off his body. And he rushes forward, grabs some rope, ties it to a gargoyle's head, and just throws himself off the top of Notre Dame, grabs Esmeralda. Quasimodo, as Frollo sees him pick up, carries her back up to the top. There's a great scene where everybody's looking up, and then finally there's just that moment of sanctuary! And it's so good! I'm sorry. I got a little bit passionate there. I'm gonna zen now. Thanks, Avatar. Dad gave me a similar warning about dating newbie girls when I was younger. Also, right, Lawful? The freaking Hellfire song is incredible. Like, it's such a creepy, like, ominous song. Like, how the heck does that line go? How the heck does the lines go? Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin. And you're just like, oh God, this guy's got the hots for Esmeralda. And then what the heck is the darn line again? Just like, protect me, Maria. Don't let the siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda and let her taste the fires of hell. Or let her... Oh, how does it go again? Oh, that's it. Or let her be mine and mine alone. Oh, it's so good. And he has like the scarf that he throws into the fire. Such a good line. Such a good thing. Oh, it's so good. So freaking good. That whole movie is incredible. There's just a lot of great moments in that movie. Like the ending to where he realizes that Frollo's made it up and it's like trying to kill him at the very end. And he has the sword. And like Quasi's like got Esmeralda like basically unconscious over his shoulder, and it's just like jumping between the gargoyles, and then finally at one point he cuts one of the gargoyles partly, and then Quasi almost falls, and he grabs Frollo's cloak and he topples off the side, and he uses the momentum to get onto that gargoyle, and Esmeralda's trying to pull him up. And he's like barely conscious. And then all of a sudden there's just the it's such good visualness when he gets onto, like when Frollo gets onto the gargoyle and he starts rising up, and they use this fantastic camera angle. And he just starts doing this. And he shall smite the wicked and plunge the witch into the fiery pit. And then the gargoyle starts cracking up from below him, and he topples back and he lets go of his sword. He manages to grab onto the gargoyle, and in just a moment, the gargoyle comes to life and roars at him. And in a panic, he realizes what's finally happened, and then he falls down into the fires below, and we watch him die. It's a great scene. It's a very good scene. I'm gonna stop talking about this now because I'm getting a little bit too passionate. Anyway, thank you for tolerating my whatever the hell that was. Very passionate. Frollo is a great villain. He's literally torn between his faith and like his like primal instincts. You know, like he even tries to play it off to everybody that he sees. The part where Esmeralda appears for the first time in the show, when there's like the smoke screen and she appears and he goes, "Look at that disgusting display." And then Captain Phoebus is like, "Yes, sir," and tips his helmet up a little bit more. Faith and uncontrollable thirst. Yeah, he is, you know, at the end of the day, he is a human being. Human beings have needs. But as far as I can tell, his entire life has taught him to suppress those needs. Torn between Jesus and simping. I don't know if it's simping. I think it's a little bit more concerning. Thick gypsy woman got me acting unwise. God be tempting me, yo. The only one he's simping for... He's supposed to be. He's only supposed to be simping for Jesus. Like, seriously, I think everything about that movie is fantastic. Like, I know that's definitely... it's one of the... I think it's in the middle of like the second renaissance of Disney. It's like The Little Mermaid, Tarzan. I think Tarzan was the last one. There's a bunch of other ones in between that. Mulan, The Lion King. I think there's like 3 more that I'm missing. Just skipping my brain right now. He'd buy the bathwater if he knew nobody was looking. I don't understand the frickin' bathwater thing either. I'm pretty sure it was just water. I am very confident it was just water. That was just like tee-hee, but you never know. You know, it's like a frickin' Schrodinger's water. Or Schrodinger's bathwater. It's just like, it's whatever my imagination decides it to be. And P.S. I'm so sorry that that I went off on that fucking tirade. I'm very passionate about certain things. Especially when I'm in a state like this. It's funny because I can like blame it on like the tea or the sugar. It's not. I'm in an oddly manic state right now, and I acknowledge that. No point in lying about it. Jesus needs to make the holy water some way. At the big pot. Color water yellow and call it pee and some idiot will buy it. Yeah, only if you're saying just like, that's my pee from, you know, insert hot person here. Holy water is free. It has to be. If they frickin' made it a cost to buy holy water, that not in video games I've played. Well, that's different, Avatar. The holy water, you can't really look at it as holy water. You more have to look at it as like ammunition that you're buying. Oh, that's actually really neat, Not the Big Boss. I like stuff like that. I don't know why. As I've mentioned many a time, I'm not somebody who is of any religion, but I find religion fascinating. The only reason it's there is because of respect. Hey, I respect it. Again, I think stuff like that is interesting. I have a little... Right here, I have this little... I don't know what you would call it. Like a little pressed, not quite coin thing that I found one day. It has a little angel on it, and on the back it has the word hope pushed into the metal. I don't know where the heck I found it, but I found it one day and was just like, I mean, I'm going to keep this. I think it's neat. Put that there. Apologies for the noise. All right. Got at least the hair done. Oh, no, we're still missing some hairs. Also, I just realized I technically sang on stream, and now I want to die. Heck. Forget that happened. Chat, you didn't see or hear nothing. You have me? I don't know if I'm looking at the camera right now. Heck indeed. Herb gets it. Jamming. Yeah, I'm sure. My trash voice. Ah! I need to thank Stitches again for the wah. What do you mean? What do you mean, holy? I've got ADHD, dude. I catch the notifications as soon as they happen, and they have a split second before they happen, and I know roughly how long it takes. So a lot of the times, I like to jump in on it as soon as I can. I don't know why. You know, streamers gotta have their own fun, right? You don't understand. All right, I do not understand. It should be flawless. I'm pretty sure I nailed it. See? Told you. Nailed it. I have a few skills. None of them are particularly useful. That's one of them. But I'm sorry that I've startled you. You nailed it too well. Apparently, that's one of the few things I can do. Apparently, my old person voice is also, like, one of my only other skills. But I like doing character voices anyway. So. Used to try and do them a lot. When I used to actually do, like, when I used to do, like, a bunch of DMing, I would actually, like, practice voices for my characters. And it would be, I'd still have such a hard time actually doing them. But, you know, I'd at least kind of have them in the pocket. Like the accents that I would want, the kind of inflections that I wanted. I put way too much time in. And then they always died because my anxiety would get the better of me. Every gosh darn time, I tells you what. Don't forget Goofy. Posture check, thank you very much. I am definitely leaning right now. Been really bad for that recently. Find myself like doing like the frickin' full, you know, like back arched. Been trying to snap the shoulders back a bit. Ah!
Will you get to decide what DOE Photoshop bells into?
Photoshop bells into. It's an interesting question. Fight Dome would imply going for a punchy punch situation. But Bells is also one of those cool people that knows a lot about plants. Photoshop her boxing a plant. I'm just waiting for the pillows to start being thrown at me at this point. He's like, oh yeah, you think that's funny? You're laughing at me? Are you laughing at me on my birthday? My God, I swear to God, about 80% of my dialogue is just me quoting things. This is the life that I live. Just quote things. And then sometimes I'll say something, and then many a time later, someone's just like, remember that time you said this thing? And I'm like, no. Because I normally just make a joke and then I get rid of it. And also, again, thank you for the bit, by the way, Mr. Dorn. Very much appreciated. Walk away for 2 seconds. Wow, it was a bit more than 2 seconds, to be fair. Don't worry, Bells. I picked something nice. I hope. Can't just weaponize highest emotes like that, Dorn. There you go. What's your least favorite plant, Bells? None of them hello? There has to be a plant that's your least favorite. Come on. Venus flytrap. That one plant that has all the dots in it that makes people get, like, uncomfortable. Like them all. Ooh, have her punch poison ivy. Bam. A cactus. Oh no, it has thorns active at all times. Damn it. Oh, okay. So, does anybody here know what? Will just tell me you hate me. It's easy to handle. No! I was trying to think of something that made sense. But does anybody here know what Starfield is? It was trending today, and I'm just like, what that? And then 5 minutes before stream was just like, let's watch a video about it. New Bethesda game. Yeah. I saw a tiny bit of footage and people were just like, it's gonna get delayed again, isn't it? And I'm just like, I didn't know it was delayed before. Didn't know this thing existed. I'm learning things today. But then people were... some article was just like, yeah, so apparently Redfall and Starfield are coming out in the first half of 2023. And I'm sitting here like, what's Redfall? What's Starfield? Time to start Googling. What do you mean my stream is soon? Ah, it's fine. We'll get to that soon. Sitting here asking about Redfall. Redfall is like a... Look, from like the 30 seconds, and that's pretty accurate of Googling that I did for it. It seems like it's some kind of like 4-player zombie, sorry, not zombie, like vampire hunting game. But it's kind of like quirky in a way. Like the trailer that I watched for it was very just like, oh, it's one of those just like, I'm just a quirky, you know, teenager, and I'm hunting vampires with my friends. The gameplay footage that I saw was one of those, like, you know, like, no one plays like this kind of gameplay things, and it just looked so bad because they were just, like, missing with a shotgun in, like, a close quarter situation, and I'm like, players are not this bad. They're not. They're just not. Even bad players would be able to would be able to do this relatively easily. And then they do that dumb thing where they're just like, I'm going to switch weapons and one-shot this thing and then switch back to the other weapon that doesn't. And it's just like, just go back to the weapon. Oh, right. It looked like the original build of Fortnite. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison, Spencer. It's a really good comparison. Conspiracy. Comparison. Got kind of a wacky, just like, oh no, the town is made up of vampires or people trying to be vampires. That's crazy. And my one friend is like a cryptidologist, and my other friend is like an invisible causing sniper, and I can create barriers. Ominous. I'm looking forward to when it pivots to Battle Royale with no vampires. It also reminds me a little bit of Back 4 Blood. A little bit. Not that I know a lot about Back 4 Blood, but I watched Tibin play it with Red Sage fairly often, so kind of gave me those vibes a little bit. Okay, we actually finished the head minus the accessories. Did it. And that's why we zoomed out, boys and girls. But yeah, Starfield. Didn't really get a chance to see anything about it. Is it good? Does it look good? Have they shown any good gameplay of it? Is it, you know, like, if I were to guess from Bethesda, it's probably like an open world space game? Because it definitely had space and spaceships. Is there multiplayer? Is there co-op? Oh my god, I would love a game like that with co-op. Avatar, you seem like you know a little bit what's going on. Please. Please inform me. Yes, I can't wait until later. Lawful, you know about it too. Please, give me your insight, if you are willing to. I haven't seen anything about it except for the trailer some months ago. Well, what did the trailer show? Very little. Oh dear. Unless numerous people I trust say it's good, I'm not bothering with Starfield. I've been critical of the direction Bethesda has been going for years. That is a very solid statement, Spencer. That is a very solid statement. The "it just works" meme has just, you know, it just doesn't carry the weight anymore. Lawful sounds like she has the beans to spill. Yes, please. You paid $15. Yeah, I saw that, Dorn. When you were just like, I tried it. I'm like, Dorn, no. No. Don't do it. You know, after you had already played it. That and the dumbed down for normies philosophy of game development. Yeah, where some games are just like super, just like, please, you know, push the forward button. You did it. Here's a cutscene. Now, mind you, in some certain game genres, that works really well. Like, you know, like more cinematic game genres, because that's just how they're built. Gave it a shake for 4 hours. That's more than it deserves, Dorn. More than it deserves. I followed that controversy when it first started, and I was just like, Jesus. I don't know much. All I know is that it's going to have a lot of maps, build ships with extensive customization. Like right now, how I see it, it's like Skyrim, FPS in space. Honestly, I did have a lot of fun with Skyrim, which probably means that it's going to have a very powerful mod community. And that's exciting. Because some of the mods that people made for Skyrim, being autistic, stat number crunched to RPGs, bruh. I feel that. Where you're just like, ooh, numbers. Oh, bring back. There you go. Yeah, give me my stat blocks. Make me have to calculate why this is so dangerous. Like, why this fight is going to not go in my favor. That's wrong. Well, guess what? Oh, that's right. Sorry. You're right. You're right. I was specifically talking about Skyrim. But no, you're very much right. Yep, they can do it again. Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine if they were just like, you could do multiplayer on private servers and that's where you can put mods on? I'm pretty sure that would be like just one more nail in the inevitable coffin for Bethesda. But guys, you need to stop, because you are bleeding your goodwill dry right now. True, but you have to pay them for a private server and no other alternatives. It's a joke. I agree. When I heard about the private server shit, I'm like, no. Your solution to the rage that people feel about what you did is to make them pay more? Like, fucking what? I surprisingly love Skyrim, but just want a new Elder Scrolls game. I'm too close into buying Skyrim Remastered. I have the Legendary Edition, I believe. I've never beaten it. I always just end up putting a bunch of mods on it, running around having a good time, and then being just like, that was neat, and then just have my ADHD thing again where I'm just like... Oh, it was super fun. Awful. I put a lot of mods on that thing too. Good lord. But I didn't beat the game, and it's still, like, you know, glitchy AF, especially when you put a bunch of mods on it. There's this really cool mod that somebody built. Because, you know, they had, like, the, what is it, like the, what is it, Hearth something? Or Art of the Hearth, or Hearth thingamathing. Expansion where you could have your own house. Somebody built on that where you could get a plot of land somewhere and you could build like a town there with like predetermined buildings that you had like, you know, specific ways of doing it. And just, oh my god, I was in love with that. Just like, yes, let me do all this stuff. Let me do this and this and this and this and this. Build the thing. Oh my god, there's walls now. I love to wish you could marry the vampire daughter. I don't even think I ever met the vampire daughter. When do you meet this character? Hold on, let me Google this. I just remember someone I remember when someone modded it so that all of the dragons were Thomas the Tank Engine characters. So when you have your head on the slab at the beginning, they're just like, what was that? And you would just hear... And you're just like, It's nothing. Continue with it. You know, like, continue on. Oh, yeah, I never got to the Dawn Guard DLC. Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Every fucking city. Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. It's just like, oh my fucking god, I get it, game. The goddamn Dawn Guard is being reformed. What? I walked into, what is it, Whiterun, and the cultists attacked me and they had a note? But I just used the guards to kill them because I was not willing to deal with their Bologna? Oh, cool. Now I'm just going to loot them. Hey, a note that starts the quest chain. I'm going to go and find every dragon in the game. Meh. Empires killed some civilians in Whiterun when I wasn't looking, and it made me sad. Just imagine for a second, Avatar, you know, the Dragonborn, just wandering through, you know, Whiterun, and then all of a sudden, here's a commotion in the distance. Rushes over to investigate, but it's already dealt with. Some of the guards are walking away as 4 corpses are laying on the ground. 2 of them, clearly cultists. The other 2, innocent civilians. Their lives cut tragically short at the hand of these maniacs and lunatics. Avatar walks over slowly, examining the bodies. He remembers them. He recognizes them. He falls to his knees in sadness, slowly putting his hand over their face to close their eyes so that they can finally rest. One of the guards walks over to him, puts a hand on his shoulder, and in a moment, they pause, wanting to bring him comfort. And he finally leans down, and just as Avatar looks up at the guard, he goes, "Heard they're reforming the Dawn God." I'm sorry I'm like this. Dorn is not amused. Dorn does not approve of this comedy. The fact that you basically explained what happened before I told it to him. Got one of their wills for some reason, didn't know why. And then found them and the vampire's dead in a ditch. Yep, there you go. I'm sorry. When I get into story mode, I don't read chat for a second. I just try to tell the story. I apologize. I'm sorry, though, that the person that these people died in your game, Avatar. When you get attached to certain NPCs, you're just like... And they die, you're just like, why? Why would you do that? Why'd you do that to me? Who's your wife, or husbando in Skyrim? Don't have one. Because I'm a broken shell of a man who doesn't get attached to people if he can help it. That being said, though, hold on, let me remember the name of this one individual. Hold on. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. There is one person that I might potentially proclaim as waifu, but they're not in Skyrim. I think you say the name as Adalberta Stern? Adalberta Stern, I think. I had to Google it because I never remember their name. Look, I'm just saying that the Miners Guild has a great guild master. That's all I gotta say. Loves the arena. Oh god, the arena fan. No. No. No, that's mean. Yes, Avatar. That one exactly. I thought she was a fantastic character. Like, wouldn't do the proclamation of, like, waifu simp thing, or, like, the simp kind of thing, but I think she was a fantastic character. Like, definitely one of the characters that, like, I'll probably never forget, even if I never play the game again. Just lean into it. I can't. It just I can't brain. Wait, who? Dorn, the mining guild's guild master. You know, red hair, a lot of brown clothing. The chick you literally... Did you? Time to Twitter for a second. Dorn. Scanning. 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 Got top Dorn. Moist depression. Ah, I found it. Ready to work hard and get dirty? I found it. Oh, sorry, Dora, I didn't realize you posted it. I'm sorry. Ah. Also, out of curiosity, Herb, was your moderating situation nice and clean? No problem, people? Didn't have to do any sternifying? We were just like, hey, how about we calm the heck down there, ladies and gentlemen? We don't tolerate that kind of behavior here. I don't know who you were, no sterning required. We don't do stern. We just ban. Stabilizing will help me out. You caused them. Herb. I mean, that does make him a pro mod. The mods are the biggest problem of all. Excuse me. I know. Oh, I didn't want to say it, Bells. I didn't want to say it. Last night you started a hype train as he was trying to wrap up a go eat. You had to restart the game and play somewhere. You monster! Well, you got... Oh, that's right! You got the VR thing to work! I did know that. I don't know how you managed to get that shit to work. I presume that there's programs out there that lets you do it, but I don't have any VR equipment, so I've never, like, gone down that rabbit hole. Wobbly. Try again. Ooh, wobbly. Try again. That'll do. Couple more lines and then we're done. Really happy with them. I need to make it properly. Wait, sleeps. I need you to take that back. This avatar is best mod. Avatar doesn't even want to be a mod. He's literally just like, someone take this power away from me. Ugh. Okay, Avatar, let's see that chaos. No, I like the power. You misunderstand. I like the power. Let's go. I'll lead. Just do this. Oh my god, Herb, you monster. Oh wow, you hit a bunch of people. Bear McBear. Cray wants coffee. Lady Sith. Lisa in a shoe. And Denzel. Enjoy your gift subs. What? You can hear it in Avatar's voice as well. He just goes, whoa! Get pranked, nerd. Thanks, Bells. Oh, you son of a gun.
Here
Oh,
comes
snap.
the boy.
Get
Kumo.
pranked, nerd.
Shiver Simp, Haya, Val, and Lawful. Enjoy the gift subs. Oh, and Miss Teddy's as well. Thank you guys very much. This is very kind of you. Fucking level 4 hype train. What the actual heck? I'm just trying to draw. I was just playing with my dog. Thanks, guys. Guys and gals, that's very kind of you. I don't know what to do now, because now I'm just sitting here being like, I need to do a thing, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to approach these things. Just gonna keep drawing. Be awkward. The same when someone compliments me and I'm just like, the way that I handle compliments is the same way that Nathan Explosion handles apologizing. I think that's the best way to describe it. But seriously, that was very, very kind of you guys. Very appreciated. Very undeserved, but, you know. Thank you nonetheless. Simple. Just appreciate by serenading them. Hellfire? I don't know all the lyrics to Hellfire, though. And Hellfire, of all things. That's the one that I'm supposed to go to. Look him up, we'll wait. Oh, God. The intro to this song is covered in Latin. I don't know how to read that. I can't remember if it's Beta? If it's Beta Maria? Or if it's Beta Maria? I think it might be Beta. can't tell if it's beta or beta. Heck. We'll presume it's beta. No, it's B-E-A-T-A. Beta. I think it would be beta. It would be Beta Maria. Beata? Oh, Beata Maria? Oh, that might actually be right. Beata Maria. Beata Maria. Look, I'm not good at words. There's another word in here that's gonna be very complicated for me. Licentius? Yeah, oh, it is Licentius. Okay, well, there you go. Fine. All right, I'll regale you with this frickin' song. Okay, you guys ready? I'll sing the stupid song, but we're not doing any of the Latin parts because that's too complicated. Okay. God, now I gotta remember how the frickin' tone goes. So ready for this? Ugh, I'm gonna die. And thank you guys again for the level 3 hype train. That's very nice of you. No need to share. Thank you. All right. Yeah. And while this tune plays too, this is the perfect tune for it. Oh god, this is gonna suck. Don't think about it. Do what Doran always says. Don't think about it. Just do it. So it's Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Beata Maria, you know that I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why do I see her dancing there? Why do her smoldering eyes still sear my soul? I feel her, I see her. The sun caught in her raven hair is blazing. Oh yeah, is blazing in me. Yeah, is blazing in me out of control. Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin. It's not my fault. I'm not to blame. It is the gypsy girl, the witch, who sent this flame. It's not my fault. It is God's plan. He made the devil so much stronger than a man. Protect me, Maria. Don't let this siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda, and let her taste the fires of hell, or let her be mine and mine alone. Hellfire, dark fire, now gypsy, it's your turn. Choose me or your pyre. Choose me or you will burn. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think there might be a tiny bit more after that, but I don't recall it, so I don't know what the cadence for it is. But that's essentially all of Hellfire, as far as at least I recall. Ugh. Now I'm gonna go crawl in a hole and die. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going into embarrassment land now. I just throw a blanket over my head. You dropping a mixtape soon? No. Never. He's unaliving life. I get banned for being like, I want to leave. And Twitch is just like, Don't think that's how that works, mister. Here's where the VOD gets frickin' struck down because I sang a song, and it's just like, well. Look like you're singing some Disney property there. That's a shame. And I'm like, I was just doing it to make chat happy. And it's like, that's just a darn shame, isn't it? A dang shame. This VOD has been muted. Exactly. I'm waiting for it. Not in the sense of just like, look how good my singing is. It's just like the original. It's like, no, they're just like, we know these lyrics. The AI knows. It always knows. Gosh darn it. Had to ignore your appeal. Can't go around singing Disney songs on your streams. Are you crazy? We're trying to run a business here. Perfectly dead on. I don't know about that. Oh, wait, I didn't even finish Benji. I mean, we'll be deleting some of these lines and use a different color, but actually, I might not have to. Yeah. Circle. They're silly. There you go. I did the frickin' singing. Now you can leave me the hell alone. Yes, nice art. Always satisfying to watch because you improve so good. No, this is traced. I'm not even gonna like start making you guys think that I did this on my own. I mean, the Benji obviously is my own drawing, and the head I literally used my own head, like my own VTuber head. I look this way roughly. Should be about correct. Now the song is stuck in my head. And then you gotta start thinking about the other one that they sing twice. The whole like, I thought I'd never know that warm and loving glow, though I might wish with all my heart. And then it does the really sad thing where he realizes that Esmeralda falls for Captain Phoebus. He has the little drawing and he pulls it apart and it's really sad. Oh, that song is actually very sad. Because they just play the same line again. And you just watch the poor guy's heart just break. How does that line go again just before that? Oh, that's right. It's just like, you're lucky. That arrow nearly pierced your heart. And then he takes her hand. He's like, I'm not so sure it didn't. And then there's a pause and they start leading. And it just shows freaking, it shows Quasimodo just in the corner going like, oh no. Oh no. Kind of gets sad and then they kiss and then he just steps away and he just tears up the little paper. And you're just like, no, you deserve all the happiness in the world and it's being taken from you because the world is cruel. I do love the fact, though, that in the Disney movie, you know, in the end, Quasimodo accepts the connection between the two and ends up basically endorsing it, just being just like, you know what? I'm okay with it. You guys are still cool. You know, like does the neat thing where he takes both their hands and then puts them together. But in the original book, Esmeralda like casts him out and he like flees the city, I'm pretty sure. You made art for someone and got rid of it? No, darn. I just always assume that anybody that I like is probably already taken or has no interest in me. Because that way, yeah, say Levy. I agree. Ah, yes, it actually said it properly, too. Thank you, subtitles. You did it correctly. It's easier, lawful. It's easier! Oh, man, that one stayed on screen for a while. That was a fantastic pillow throw. 10 out of 10, Bells. That's a really good throw. Gets more when people are forward and direct because that helps prevent confusion, mixed signals, and keeps it drama free. Absolutely. Very much agree with you there. The amount of times that you hear like, you know, like the tales of like friend zones and like, you know, like getting rejected, and it's just like, well, did you express your feelings prior to this? You know, were you upfront about it? And it's like, well, no. And it's like, well, what'd you expect? People aren't mind readers. You know, people don't know how things work. For some reason, it's still apparent that people, even in adulthood, treat it like high school. It's just like, well, you can't say it. You can't just tell them. You gotta tell your best friend so that they tell their best friend so that the best friend tells them. And then you hope that that actually turns into something. Wait, isn't there a whole anime? Like, literally the whole plot of it is that? Like, isn't the whole plot like these two people like each other, but they can't admit it? So they just, like, butt heads the entire time? Where's Kajimaju when you need him? Love is War? Maybe. I don't know. At one point, they did an arm wrestling competition, I think. And they're both internally, like, playing this, like, weird 4D chess shenanigans. Definitely Love is War. And thank you, Stitches. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Confirmed. Love is War. Man, as someone who has a lot of trouble reading into subtleties and, like, is just someone who has difficulties with, like, human, like, with, like, you know, like, language in general, I hate that mental game shit. Where it's just like, oh, well, I said this, so they're going to figure it out. It's like, no, you need to spell this out to me. Like, if I'm causing problems, tell me that. If like something positive has happened and you want that to happen more often, tell me that. Like, be straight up with it. Or men simp over the main theme singer who is a man. Hey, you know? Some of the straightest guys that I know act the most gay. Just like, so are you bi then? It's just like, no, why? Being is speaking facts. I've dealt with that shit once before. And it drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall when they do the whole, like, you know, the whole, like, well, why didn't you just know? It's like, because I'm a human being who doesn't read minds. Like the worst at reading people. So if anything bugs that bothers, someone tell me. Or if I'm doing anything that bothers, someone tell me. Yeah, absolutely. And it should be that way, right? Like, there, how to say it? There's still a tact to it. You know, like, don't just drop like a nasty, just like, you know that thing that you do? Stop it. It's annoying everybody and you should feel bad. You know, like, that's a silly, silly thing to do. Lawful, I didn't want to, like, call him out, but, you know. Just, you know. Just some people I know. But, like, you know, there's still tact to it. But, like, be upfront. You know, like, hey, this kind of bugs me. You know, like, can we do something about that? I had it with the roommate the other day. Whenever he's done taking a shower, for some reason he leaves, or used to. He would leave the curtain hanging slightly off the side, and it would drip onto the floor. And finally, at one point, you know, like, he was done showering, so I stepped into the bathroom, and I was just like, oh my god, you didn't do the thing this time! You figured it out! And he was just like, did what? And I'm like, oh, you put the, you like, leave the thing hanging off the side. He's like, I do? I thought I was committing much bigger grievances. In terms of, like, bathroom etiquette, I'm just like, I don't think so. That's, like, the only one, and I just thought it was funny. And then I thought for some reason you kind of just, like, caught yourself doing it. He's like, nope, didn't even know that was a problem. Just like, I mean, it wasn't a problem, but it made me laugh every time. Communication is hard. Because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to cause any drama. Like, I'm definitely someone who likes to avoid conflict. I don't like conflict. I'm not good at conflict because I have a tendency to get into fight or flight very easily. You know, gesture to the moment where I got mad at myself over a video game and then jumped off a balcony. I'm not what you would call the most stable human being. So, you know, I try to avoid it, but hate being upfront sometimes. Feels like you're being combative. Yeah! There is a way to approach it. But there is definitely a strange... How to say it? It feels like there needs to be, like, something for it. Relating too hard, don't mind me. Like, I'm not good at it, but I'm also someone who's very, like, just, you know, water, how to say it, like, rolls off the back or whatever the heck you call it. Where it's just like, yeah, they do that. It's not really a problem. But then sometimes something will bug me and it's just like, hey, can we not do that anymore? I don't even know why you do it this way. And then internally, my body is just like, you started conflict. You did bad. Now the friendship is over. You ruined everything. And I'm like, wanted to talk about a thing. Also realized I have not saved once during this entire stream. That's pretty scary. Would have been 3 hours lost. Well, technically would have been about 20 minutes lost because I did not draw a lot during this stream. Well, we did it, guys. We actually did the 3 hours. I'm very shocked that I actually got past 3 hours, actually. So, we are going to wrap it up for the night. You know, at a time when we're definitely like deep diving into some things. I just want a kind woman I know that would appreciate the things that I do for her. It's so difficult beating around the bush on the internet so much. I have hundreds of matches on those things like Tinder, and it barely interests me. I feel that. You see, go on like places like Reddit where it's just like, you know, like, here's how I got a Tinder date. I made a joke, and I'm just like, Tinder confuses me. I don't like being here. CG? Question mark? Like CGI? Like computer graphics? I'm confused. I'm confused easily. Oh, hey, we met in an MMO. Oh, hey, we made a similar meme or some stuff, man. Just for... Congratulations. Why didn't you just say GG? My freaking... You know what? We're not doing this. I'm not doing this. I already had this weird moment. Gonna just take this, put it on the... Game is not over yet. Listen. No GG before the game is over. Look, we're getting closer and closer to beating Dead Space. So I will try to get this art done this weekend if I can. You know, gotta do some of the art myself. Well, did most of the art myself, but still. I thought it was, though, that it's not over until the fat lady sings. Hmm? Ooh, alright. One second, everybody. Sorry for missing the raids. Or missing the messages. Oh wait. No. No additional votes this time. I know how you people work. I've learned from my mistakes. She's a metaphor. So it's being, for it being over. It's just... Those are definitely words, Avatar. Thank you. Stare. Not over until I say it's over. Angry face. Tell him, Lawful. I just want to join in on the it's over quotes. It's over! Also, there is a poll up at the moment to see where we're going to go. Make your choices. Yeah, Avatar gets it. Chill a little bit to the music. Oh, you're totally fine, Stitches. I don't expect anybody... You SOBs. You SOBs. You would do this to me. Somehow you'd find a way. And no problem, Stitches. I don't expect any... Like, I have no demands from anybody. Like, you're not obligated to come watch my stream. You're not obligated to talk in chat. You're not obligated to do anything. You guys showing up is a bonus to me streaming. This is why we need ranked choices. There's no hope, Avatar. This is always how it is. All right, dice is already out. 1 to 3 is World of Warcraft, and 4 to 6 is Spy Inc. Lame punish people. Well, at least we didn't have a 3-way tie. I wouldn't even know what to do. ASMR dice roll. Does that go through the mic? I don't know if it's getting picked up or not. And have a 3-way dice roll. Yes, but then it would be even more just like, at least now it's just like, all right, it's either this streamer or this streamer. It wouldn't be like it's this streamer, or this streamer. Ah! It's enough for me. Look, here, hold on. Oh wait, I gotta get the dice out of the bag, otherwise it doesn't work. All right, you ready? I don't know if you can actually hear this, but I hope the microphone is picking it up. All right. 1 to 3. World of Warcraft. 4 to 6 is Spy Inc. 2. Dorn, and this is why frickin' some people want to eat the dice. And that is a 2, so we are going to Erewhon. The dice have spoken. So, we are going to be rating Erewhon. She is currently playing the World of... Okay, you don't want to freaking... Copy. Paste. Thank you. There you go. All right, so we are going to raid Erewhon. She is playing some World of Warcraft at the moment. If you are subscribed, please use the top raid message. A lot of you guys now have the ability to use the top raid message. If you are not, please use the bottom raid message. Again, thank you very much. And 15 of you guys are absolute champions. So, I'm going to go ahead and say my farewells. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I appreciate the heck out of you, whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second. Know that you are incredibly appreciated here. I hope that you're having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it might happen to be for you. Hope that you're taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, whatever time that might happen to be for you, hope that you have a very restful sleep. We're going to go say hi to Aaron. I hope to see you guys there. I hope to see you guys on Tuesday, where we're going to be playing more Dead Space. I will see you guys then.